Have you ever been told that 32 PSI is the perfect tire pressure for every car? Because if you have, you've been lied to, and honestly, that lie could be costing you hundreds, even thousands of dollars in fuel, tires and suspension repairs without you even realizing it. Right now, while you're watching this, your tires could be wearing out too fast, wasting fuel, or quietly putting extra stress on expensive suspension parts. And the worst part is, most drivers think they're doing everything right. They hear 32 PSI from a friend, a gas station attendant, or some random post online, and assume it applies to every vehicle. It doesn't. After more than 15 years of working on cars, I can tell you this: using the wrong tire pressure is one of the most common and expensive mistakes drivers make. In this video, I'll show you why that one number can damage your car over time, drain your wallet, and what you should actually do instead. And before we get into it, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications, because every week I share practical car advice that helps you avoid costly mistakes and keep more money in your pocket. Let's start with the biggest myth. 32 PSI is not a universal number. Every vehicle has its own recommended tire pressure based on weight, suspension design, tire size, and how the vehicle is meant to drive. That means the correct pressure for one car can be completely wrong for another. Your manufacturer didn't guess this number. They tested and engineered it so your car rides correctly, handles safely, and wears tires evenly. So when you ignore that recommendation and just use 32 PSI because it's easy to remember, you're going against the people who designed the car. And trust me, that mistake gets expensive. I've seen customers replace tires at 25,000 miles when they should have lasted 50,000 or more, and almost every time, the cause was the same wrong tire pressure for months, sometimes even years, because tire wear happens slowly, a little more every day. And once the tread wears unevenly, you can't fix it. You can only replace the tire. But tires aren't the only place you lose money. Wrong tire pressure also hurts your fuel economy. When your tires are underinflated, they create more rolling resistance. That means your engine has to work harder to move the car. Think of it like pushing a shopping cart with soft wheels. It still moves, but it takes more effort. Even being just a few PSI too low can reduce fuel efficiency enough to cost you real money over time. It may not feel dramatic on one trip, but over months of driving, commuting, and errands, it adds up fast. Now, some drivers think the solution is to overinflate the tires, but honestly, that's a mistake too. Overinflated tires reduce the amount of rubber touching the road. That means less grip, a harsher ride, and, yeah, faster wear, right in the center of the tread. So, even if you think you're saving fuel, you may end up paying much more by replacing your tires early. And it gets worse. Incorrect tire pressure can also wear out your suspension faster. Your tires are part of how your car absorbs bumps, potholes, and rough roads. When the pressure is too low, the tire flexes too much. When it's too high, the tire becomes too stiff. Either way, your suspension has to deal with forces it wasn't designed for. Over time, that extra stress can wear out shocks, struts, ball joints, bushings, and control arms faster than normal. These repairs are not cheap, and the scary part is that most drivers never connect those problems back to tire pressure. So where do you find the correct pressure? Simple. Open your driver's side door and look at the sticker in the door jamb. That sticker shows the manufacturer's recommended tire pressure for your vehicle. That's the number you should trust. Not Google, not your friend, and definitely not the number on the tire sidewall. Because this is where a lot of people get confused. The number on the sidewall is not your everyday operating pressure. It's the maximum pressure the tire can safely handle. That does not mean you should fill your tires to that number. If your tire says max 44 PSI, that doesn't mean 44 is correct for daily driving. Always use the number on the door jamb sticker or in the owner's manual if the sticker is missing. And one more thing. Temperature changes tire pressure. For roughly every 10-degree drop in temperature, your tire pressure can drop by about 1 PSI. So if the weather changes, your pressure changes too. That's why checking it once in a while isn't enough. The smartest habit any driver can build is simple. Check your tire pressure once a month with a real gauge. It takes about 5 minutes, costs almost nothing, and can save you from early tire wear, wasted fuel, poor handling, and expensive suspension repairs. That's one of the easiest ways to save money as a car owner. So here's my challenge to you. Before the day is over, go to your car, open the driver's door, find that sticker, grab a tire gauge, and check what pressure you're actually running, because there's a very good chance at least one of your tires is off spec right now. And if this video helped you, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this with someone who still thinks 32 PSI works for every car, because this one simple habit can save you more money than most drivers realize.